Hi there, thanks for checking out another one of my videos, and today we're going to go to the computer in about a minute here and we're going to run through some pictures that I took. I have an adage that if some of you know me or I've mentioned before on my channel that I absolutely love, and the adage is bad weather makes for good photos. So I saw there was going to be rain heading our way. It was supposed to rain for at least 2 to 3 hours, only ended up raining for probably 20 to 30 minutes. So when most people want bad weather to go away, I'm actually hoping it continues. But I had time in my morning, so I went downtown and went umbrella hunting, as I like to call it, and got some shots. We're gonna head to the computer here, and it gives you, the reason I did this video, I want you to sort of, as scary as this is, get into my mind a little bit, and I'll explain why I took some of these pictures, what I was thinking while I shot them, and then why I chose some as keepers to work on and develop, sort of edit more, go further with the editing, and then how I actually edit, what my thought process was while I'm cropping and making adjustments and things like that. So we're gonna head to the computer and check that out. So let's head over. Hey there, here we are in Lightroom on the computer, and we're going to go through these images, and I will show you or explain my thought process on, maybe as I was shooting, why I'm picking this as a keeper, and then we'll go through initial edit. I'll show you how I kind of go through things here. So here's first umbrella and the first picture I took. It's okay, it's a little far away, but we'll take a peek at it. This just, I don't know, that tree, ugh. Again, you'll see what I mean when I talk about someone who really likes to crop. I really like cropping tight. That's okay, but too busy. I tried to layer here with the window, missed the person, and was probably get some garbage cans here and a sign. Wasn't going to work anyway. The yellow umbrella I saw coming down the street, and I thought maybe I can do something with this sign. So we'll take a peek at that. So I like the yellow. Now I'm on the campus of a small private university that's right by our downtown. It's actually kind of connected to it. It's almost a part of it. Here is kind of shooting through some trees, but yeah, it's got some scooters in the way, things like that. This tree here, it looks great. It's autumn in Wisconsin, and the colors are getting close to peak. Don't know if they're peak exactly yet, maybe in another week, but the umbrellas and the people, they were just too dark. I needed something to pop. I needed some color or something brighter. This guy walked in front and thought I'd take a quick picture. It's probably not going to amount to anything. Here he is walking by the branches. I'm underneath a chapel now. We have a very large chapel on this campus, and so I'm protected from the rain, and I can shoot by some pillars and things like that, and through some of the trees that are next to the chapel. Not bad. It's gonna be too far away, I think, but I'll flag it. Really nothing there. Here's the pop. Here's that white that I needed to sort of draw attention to the umbrella. And then so I took a number of shots here. I just have to line the person up. I think right there is going to be the best one. Same idea, just a different umbrella. It's not going to work. The dog was really like wet, which I thought was kind of funny, but there's not much there. This I like. This I framed it with architecture here, and then on this side is kind of nature. I've got the branches and the leaves and things like that. So I'll definitely take a peek at that. That has potential. That is okay. We'll take a peek at it. This one's called Getting Camera Out of Bag. Especially when you're trying to get a camera out of the bag quickly, or you're pulling it out and stuff just happens and you end up taking a picture. So saw this umbrella from a little bit of a distance, and I loved it. I'm like, I love the colors. It's walking towards that tree that I was shooting at earlier, so I thought maybe I could do something with the tree and the umbrella. Here's where it gets a little busy, and there's like there's building and a lot of light posts and things, so I don't know if that's gonna work. This I would like to work, but that guy walking, he kind of, oh, that bothers me. I'll flag it. I don't know. This is cool again. I framed it through a pillar, and then, you know, kind of some of this, there's like a potted plant or whatever. We'll take a peek at that. That's nothing special as far as umbrellas go. By this point, it stopped raining, so there weren't a lot of umbrellas. I walked to a different area. This is actually a sculpture that has a lot of these yellow beams, and I was hoping to get like a whole bunch of umbrellas like in between these beams. That would look really cool, but not gonna happen. That's kind of cool. I kind of like just like a flash of that red hair. It's kind of neat. As I was walking back to my truck, the rain had stopped, so I'm like, well, I might as well go back. I've been out here for 30, 45 minutes. It's plenty. I saw these leaves on the ground. It's kind of cool. This I kind of like because there's leaves on top of this grading, and then there's leaves on the sidewalk underneath. Like maybe my depth of field should have been better. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to work with that though. This car had been on the sidewalk for a while apparently, and it was just covered in leaves. And I kind of like the idea, but I think the reflection of the tree above it, like it's really busy, and I'm not really sure if I like it. It's okay. I don't think I'm going to work with it though. This I've seen for weeks. This construction crew is working on this tall old building turning into condos. I've seen this from across the street, and I was on the right side. I'm like, you know, I'm going to take a picture of that. It looks kind of cool. So, all right, we've gone through them. Let's pick our keepers here, and I'll just show you my thought process here. So this I can just tell is not really going to work. There's just nothing really there. I don't know why I picked it. Normally if I see something that might have potential, the first thing I do is usually crop. You know, and I start deciding where do I want to put the main focus. You know, is it there? Do I want to do an 8x10 like that? Is that anything? No, it isn't. Let's keep the 8x10. Oops, that's a square. I don't want a square. Yeah, let's make it a vertical. Let's do like that, except for let's do original. I want to keep it like that and just kind of zoom in. Keep the crosswalk maybe with the tree. It's okay. Nothing really there though. This is neat, but I don't want all the tree and then all the sidewalk, and he's like right in the middle. So to me, you got to make up your mind. I want to make up, you know, is it here? You know, here's the yellow and then the trees. Not really. There's this down here. This has the yellow there, It actually has a yellow going through. There's a yellow reflection. You know, that actually might have a little something there. I want to bump the yellows up for sure. So I'm just going to take the yellows only and bump them up quite a bit. And kind of do that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really feeling it too much. It's raining pretty well at this point, but yeah. Let's unflag that one. This one, you know, this all up here, this is all like, again, I shoot with a zoom lens, but I should have even had a bigger zoom lens. Like, this is kind of the shot right here, I guess. And I don't know if that's anything to work with, even in Photoshop or anything. Like, is there anything there? It's okay. I have much better. Now this I really like. This I know right away. Got to do an 8x10. I don't want this bright stuff up here, so I kind of have to just make about the tree and the white umbrella kind of over here like this. That looks really good. We're going to saturate. I don't usually saturate this much, but I really want those reds to kind of pop. Maybe not that much. It needs to be overall brighter, no question. But I do want to bring the shadows back a little bit, and I want mostly that red to pop. That's actually pretty good. I like that white. It's really good, that pop. Where your eye really goes to that. You know, you see all this and then you go to that white pop of the umbrella. Okay, this one, it's framed, but I feel like I don't like the person being in the middle. They either got to be up here and use the architecture to frame, or they got to be up here in the lower, like that. That I like. That looks cool. I don't want people, that's going to get way too busy if I try to lighten it up like that. So we're going to bring the shadows down quite a bit and then brighten the whole thing a little bit. What I would like to do is I need the viewer to see this a lot more. And she's kind of dark, so I'm actually I don't use this very often. I'm actually going to mask a little bit this person in the umbrella like this, and just kind of work with that and pop that person. Now it's getting a little too much. Like I want added, but it can't look unnatural, and that I think is going to work. So if we do that, that definitely looks better. I like that a lot better. Your eye, this is all dark. Your eye is going to go to this white part here. It may need a little more work in Photoshop, but that's pretty good. This is the same idea. It's one of those things. Actually, if I use the same kind of method that I used as far as shadows and kind of brightening things, this could also work fairly well. Saturation up. It's already kind of bright right here. I don't know if it needs much more. Let's just see what happens. We're going to try it out here. A little bit under here, a little bit on the umbrella. Okay. A little more. Yeah, I like that. I like that little pop. I might have taken it a little too far. Bring it down a little bit. A little more texture. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that. Actually, I wasn't sure if I was going to, but that I can work with. I think it's looking a little crunchy though. Too much contrast. Maybe something like that. But that's, again, there's that. The actual person walking through, you get the full body. Here's more mystery. Just someone walking through. I like them both for different reasons. Here, definitely, I'm thinking 8x10 right away. We don't need to see the whole person. It's more, I want the umbrella on the bottom and then that tree. That's what I'm looking at. Something like that. Really want to pop the color on that. This isn't going to need a whole lot. Shadows, maybe a touch brighter overall. But that's actually looking not too bad. That looks pretty good. Okay, here's the one that I don't want that stop there. That's looking bad. Boy, I wish I could get that tree a little more in there. You know, if I look at this tomorrow or the next day, maybe I'll have a different thought. Boy, I wish that person wasn't there. I don't know. I'm going to unpick that one. This one, again, I'm thinking 8x10. There's a little bit too much of the pillar. I want a little bit of it, but not too much. You'll notice me rotating these. That's my real estate interior architectural side of me, like getting vertical lines to be vertical, horizontal lines to be vertical, or horizontal, things like that. This is okay. I like, I like the framing, but I'm just not sure if there's a lot there to work with. She's a little off. Put her more in the middle. I can also, sometimes I do this once in a while too. Like I'll export it and I'll save it, and I'll work with it, but maybe it's the black and white, but nah. The color doesn't really add anything. The black and white, I'm not, as they'd say, I'm not feeling the love on that one. This one, I want to give the idea it's a window. So I don't know if I just have like a sliver of this or if the brightness is going to distract people. Or if I just do, like, bring this up so there's just a hair of that, or if that's distracting. At that point, maybe we just cut it out. Maybe I'll just do that. But I really like the pop, the fluorescent, the white hats. Let's get those white hats to pop. Might have went a little crazy with the saturation, but that's, I don't want people to look in the window, so we're going to hide the shadows. Something like that actually could be okay. I don't want to center it totally, but something like that, I don't know. I'll have to go in Photoshop maybe and work with it. But for the most part, I mean, these are pretty much done. Now that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 shots I got. That's actually really good. Now, what I'll normally do is in a day or two, I'll look at these again. There may be a couple like this and this. I may pick the better of the one. I may decide to put one in my next book. I may decide to print one for my next art show. I don't know. But this just gives you a little bit of an idea of my thought process, how I go through things, how I shoot it, how I choose my keepers, how I roughly edit things, what I look for, especially how I crop. If you notice how I really play with crops, I'm really cropping tight. I'm really changing the ratio and the dimensions, things like that. So give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this. Subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. Check out my affiliate links below. Leave any questions or comments down there, blah, blah, blah. You know the routine by now if you're on YouTube for any length of time. I hope to see you soon, talk to you soon with another video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.